Hello, hello, hello. Did you trigger the intro? Got it. And we are live. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us as people start filtering in. Claus D, what is going on? Howdy doody, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We will get going here in about 3 minutes. Ismail, what's up, dude? And yeah, me too. The one today was pretty exciting with Gaunt's Coast. That was cool. So far, though, honestly, the Age of Sigmar stuff looked the neatest to me, except for the dumb vampire Tor Centipede, whatever the hell you want to call it. Can everybody hear me okay? Audio check. We got a little bit of a new setup. What's up, Wolfreef, Carl? If y'all could give me a confirmation that I'm coming in loud and clear, I would very much appreciate it. Gorka Marcos, Seth the Mad says it sounds good. What up? How's everybody doing? Yo, loud and sexy. Ooh, ooh. All right. Wolf Priest Carl, the Star Wars image that you made with your family was really cool. That made me laugh. Excellent. Cool. Well, then we'll be starting in about a little less than a minute. What's up, Tomodachi? Choo choo. All right. You almost ready, buddy? When the clock tolls 11. Hey everybody, welcome to Signals from the Frontline, every Wednesday live cast brought to you by yours truly, Mr. Reese, aka Reesius, aka Reesio, depending on who you ask. Thank you for joining us. The show is brought to you by frontlinegaming.org, where you can get your tabletop gaming goodies all the days of the week. Thank you to everybody who shops with us, keeps the lights on, and thank you for joining us. Quick piece of company news. Pablo Martinez, aka the Rhino, is no longer with or affiliated with Frontline Gaming. So we have a new person behind the camera. His name is Aurelio Correa, otherwise known as Leo. To those of you who may have seen him around the tournament scene, he's a very good player. Probably the best player in the company right now. You and Frankie, I think, Leo. And it's great to have him. So if the stream is a little bumpy this first go around, cut Leo some slack because he jumped in on the hot seat. Yeah, well, Leo actually went to school for film, so we're really excited to have him. But that's why we're not streaming on Facebook today. We had to. We're still kind of adjusting a little bit. All right, let's take a look at the news. The show is going to be a little short this week. We're trying to, we're letting Leo take this episode with the training wheels on. I'm just teasing you, buddy. Trying to make it easy on him. So this week is the last week to grab the very cool new Lava 2 FLG mat. If you wanted to grab one of those, please do so at 20% off, and make sure you do it this week, as we will be cycling out of that promo relatively quickly. On another news front, less exciting, there is a massive shortage of MDF. Literally, we haven't found any supplier in Nevada that can get us a subsequent or an adequate amount of MDF right now. What is MDF, you might be asking? Of course, it is the type of wood that is used to make MDF terrain, or ITC terrain in this instance. So all of our suppliers keep telling us, oh, we'll get it, and then they don't. The reason being is that the global supply chains for a lot of industries are really screwed up right now. And that's one of the reasons why GW is having so many issues. A lot of industries that ship overseas are having trouble right now meeting demand. So bear with us. We are experiencing delays in shipping ITC terrain. Frankie is frantically trying to source a reliable supplier for MDF, but it's tough to find it. If anybody out there knows of a lumber yard or a supplier that has MDF, let us know. Obviously, that's reasonably close, and we'd really appreciate it. It's also one of the reasons why you see, people online talking about how the price of lumber is insane right now. It's because it's just really hard to get. It's pretty nuts the knockdown effects that COVID had. Some of you might not know this. There's a finite number of shipping containers all around in the whole world, and when they get stuck in port, it causes like this domino effect. And of course, the big shipping container, or the big ship that got stuck in the Suez Canal, exacerbated the problem even more. So we're feeling it all over the place. Seth the Mad, I'm looking for some black market MDF. You know what? At this stage, yes, we are. So if anybody has any, knows a guy that found some MDF that fell out of the back of a truck or whatever, let me know, because we're really struggling to find any a reliable source of it. Harkins Aquatics in the chat says, a boat I was waiting on the port of LA was sitting for 63 days to unload. Yeah, it's like that at every port on the West Coast, probably in Atlanta and the East Coast. Atlanta is one of the biggest ports in the United States and thus the world. But then on the West Coast, you have Oakland, Long Beach. To a lesser degree, you have like San Diego and Los Angeles. But Oakland and Long Beach are the big ones. And they are like, there's pictures of boats just sitting there like for ages. It's kind of a mess right now. But roll with the punches. If we wanted an easy job, we wouldn't have been entrepreneurs. Seth the Mad says Atlanta seaport is majorly backed up. Yeah, and Atlanta's to my knowledge, Atlanta's the biggest port of entry in the United States of America. So yeah, it's wild right now. But Seattle's having issues as well. Yeah, I'm sure it's global, right? So at any rate, if you're waiting on an ITC terrain order, please just bear with us. We're doing everything we can, but it's not really something we have control over. Good news, Warhammer Fest Online has been revealing some really cool new models, and it's never ceases to amaze me. And Leo, if you want to just roll through these as I'm talking, go for it, buddy. It never ceases to amaze me how people online complain no matter what Games Workshop does. Like, these new models are beautiful. They're awesome. We got some really cool, there's one I don't like, which we'll get to. But it's like people are still online complaining. Like, they're like, oh, they didn't show us enough new stuff. And I'm like, shut up. God. Or like, my faction didn't get something. And I'm like, can you just please look at the glass half full? Like, just try to be positive about something. Ugh, it's like, seriously, complaining about the hobby is the real hobby. But Now, I'll take my turn to complain a little bit. The new vampire stuff looks absolutely amazing. Radicar, the Radicar, the juiced, or the, roid Radicar, whatever they're calling him. The big version of him looks amazing. The new sister stuff looks amazing. The Gaunt's Ghost stuff that was revealed today, amazing. The only one I complain about is the Vampire Tor, or the Centipede, whatever. It's the vampire that is like attached to another vampire. And the sculpting is amazing, infinitely better than anything I could do. But it's like a vampire human centipede thing. Like, it's like the one vampire has his head inserted into the rear end of the other vampire. And it does not do it for me. Some people really like it, but I'm like, couldn't they just made it like a guy mounted on it or something? Like, because the sculpting is incredible, but the model is just like, the first thing I thought was Human Centipede, which is the worst movie of all time. Don't watch it if you hadn't seen it. It's just, not for me. Not for me. But again, you could convert it. You could make it work. You could make it look like the vampire's riding him. So I don't know, something or other. But that was the only one that I didn't like. My favorite though was what was his name? What was his name? Leo Kragnos, the big monster man. Oh, okay. Well, it's a new destruction model that he's a giant centaur. This one actually looks cool, and he's almost as big as a Mega Gargant. So really, really cool model. He's like a god of thunder or something or other. Kragnos. Big hammer man. I don't know. Something like that. In the chat, I'm sure someone will let me know. Looked really, really cool. I'm definitely going to get the model just because I love it. I can't wait to see it. And then we actually did get to see another orc dog called a Pain Boss. And that was another one that jumped out at me as being really, really cool. So in all, I want to say, as a happy hobbyist, thanks Games Workshop for showing us all these cool new models, and please ignore the whiny babies who do nothing but complain, even when they're getting massive amounts of cool new stuff. I don't get it, but whatever, to each their own. Everyone's free to do what they want. But I'm excited. I can't wait to see some more of this new stuff. I know Frankie was a little bit bummed out because he just got his amazing Sisters of Battle Army painted, and then they just rolled out all these new models. He's like, gosh dang it. So he's probably gonna have to go and get more stuff painted, but good problem to have, I think. Let's talk about the Las Vegas Team Tournament. This is a very exciting new event. This is gonna be the first team, like ATC or WTC style event that we've ever run here at the FLG Events team. Really, really excited about it. So you never know how these things are going to go, but based on the level of hype that we've been seeing, I think it's going to sell out really quickly. It could even sell out in a day. So be prepared, mark your calendar. The tickets are going to go up for sale this Friday, which if you are not watching this live, if you are watching this on or listening to this on a podcast or on YouTube, it's going to be today when you hear this. This will upload right before they become available. So it's going to be Friday, the 7th of May at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, of course, the tickets are for the whole team. You only need to buy one ticket for your whole team. If you are a FLG Events Express Pass holder, please make sure to fill out the form and let us know you want to use one of your Express Pass spots for these tickets. You can use it after general registration opens, but there might not be any left. So please don't wait. Go check your spam folder. For some reason you don't see it. If you have multiple people on your team that want to use one of their Express Pass tokens or credits to this team, make sure everyone fills out the form and that everyone spells their team name the exact same way. Don't have one person go, we're the Heavy Flamers, and one other guy goes, Heavy Flamers, and one guy goes H Flamers, or whatever. By the way, the Heavy Flamers is one of the funniest team names I've ever seen. Make sure that they fill it out the same way so that we know how to bill you for it. And if you are an Express Pass ticket holder and you did fill it out, We will invoice you for the ticket once registration opens. We're rolling out a new web cart in phases. This ticket's going to go through the new web cart. So the way it works is that we have to do it at the same time. In the chat, can you change your team name later? Yeah, I'm sure we can manage that. Just put in something for now. That should be relatively easy to do. And let me see. I love that you do competitive org content. I think that was a question to somebody else. Harkins Aquatics, will there be freelancers? So we're gonna wait on that. We're gonna sell the tickets if they go as quickly as I think that they're going to. Might not need to do it. What we'll do is we'll have a form for we'll call them free blades, since that makes sense for the lore. If you don't have a team but you'd like to be like a substitute for a team, we'll have a form that you fill out, and then as teams need people, we'll put everybody in touch with each other, probably through the community site. But I have a feeling this is going to go pretty quick. You never know, but based on the level of hype surrounding it, I think it's going to sell out pretty quick. But we will try to facilitate people who need to find a spare extra player or two. We'll do everything we can. In the chat, Kicker added in the link to the rooms. The rooms are very affordable. It's going to be at the Palace Station, which is a really cool hotel. It's at the very end of the strip. It's going to be a really affordable event. We negotiated, and to some of you, this sounds not like a good deal, but trust me, for the strip in Vegas, this is a ridiculous deal. We negotiated like $25 buckets of beer. Like the food and the beer is going to be very affordable, and it's only going to be a 40K team tournament. So we're really, really excited. It's gonna be for a trip to Vegas, for like a guy's trip or a team trip, a girl's trip to Vegas. It's gonna be really affordable, super duper fun, and the event itself will be September 25th and 26th. After a lot of debate and great feedback in the Frontline Gaming community page on Facebook, we decided that we're going to go with the less restrictive option for team formation. It'll be 5-person teams, and each faction can only be represented once in your team. We decided not to do the super faction limitation, at least not this year. A lot of people were open-minded to it, but a lot of teams said like, oh, we don't have an Eldar player on our team, or we don't have a Xenos player on our team, or we don't have a Chaos player on our team. So we didn't want to make it harder for people to come, especially year one. But as we go, we'll look at maybe putting a unique spin on it. So for this year, it's going to be really easy. You can only have one player on your team that has a detachment from Space Marines. You can only have one player on your team that has a detachment from Thousand Suns, et cetera, et cetera. It's pretty dang simple. If you want to have a better explanation of how it all works, go jump in, click on the LVTT 2021 tab at the top of the Frontline Gaming page, and we have a rundown on how pairings works, and kind of in broad strokes for people who've never done it before, right? It's easy to forget that a lot of people haven't been to a team event like this. And another exciting thing that we're working on before I move on is we're communicating with ATC, who are good friends of ours. They run a wonderful event. And some other TOs that are running team events in the United States of America, like Ed, and there's some new ones popping up. And we're looking at putting together like a kind of a circuit within the circuit for the ITC that is just these kind of team events. And anybody out there who's running an event like this that's interested in being a part of it, let us know. And that way we can have like kind of another fun competition to incentivize people to go to these kind of events and to recognize teams that are really good at these kind of events. Because I strongly believe that these type of events are going to become more and more and more popular as time goes by. Red Monkus really likes the logo for the event. Yeah, isn't it so good? It's so good. It's Reservoir Dogs, but with 40K figures. I love it. That's going to make a great t-shirt. And again, credit to the man himself, Goat Boy, aka Thomas, from over at Bell of Lost Souls. He does all of the art for all of our events. He's great artist. Great artist. Also, speaking of which, Lone Star Open, selling really well. It's going to be a very big event. If you want to come, please grab a ticket. Can't wait to see everybody in Texas. It's just going nice and steady, and it should be one of the bigger events in the country for this year. And then Atlantic City Open, we're almost capped. So if you did want to go, don't hesitate to buy a ticket. 40K Champs is well over 300 people. Age of Sigmar is closing in on 100. It's almost there. And we only have room for I think 30 more people total for this year. So if you did want to come to the Atlantic City Open, please grab a ticket soon because it's going to fill up. It'll be completely full again here after we were able to add more space. It's going to be capped. So don't wait to grab a ticket. What is up, James Carmona? How's your daughter doing, buddy? Hope you're well. So yeah, excited to get back to events, excited to see everybody. It's going to be a really good time. Let's take a look at the rankings. So we've got quite a bit of activity going on with 40K. It's good. And Age of Sigmar is picking up quite a bit as well. 40K current competitive track in the ITC top 5. Jason McKenzie has dethroned Ryan Snyder, moving into first place. Ryan is now in second. Ben Cherwian is in third. James Kelling in fourth, and Jeremiah Pettit in fifth. 40K Hobby Track, current top 5. Rick Hill moves into first place. O'Shea Aduna in second. JT Steiger is in third. Sean Nasto in fourth. And Nicholas Wanker in fifth. Current Age of Sigmar, top 5. Anthony Trentinelli continues to lead the pack, followed by Matt Abbott, Ramon Silva in third. Daniel Velasquez in fourth, and Gabriel Pacheco in fifth. Hobby Track, AOS, still got that sweet 10-way first place tie. Make sure if you play Age of Sigmar to let your TO know how easy and fun it is to participate in the Hobby Track and get recognized for your mad brush skills. But credit where it's due. Brendan Dominguez in first, Matt Abbott in second, Noah Okino all in first. What am I doing here? Nick Garcia and Pablo Abarca, all in first. Alvaro Lorenzo in first place, and of course this is for Kill Team, competitive track top 5. Fernando Marcos in second, Saul Perez Nunez in third, Arturo Sancho in fourth, and Adon Gunak in fifth. Well done. Let's take a look at some beautiful commissions painted by the FLG Paint Studio. This first one, a sexy Storm Eagle, painted for the Deathwatch chapter. Great looking model. An absolutely phenomenal Exorcist with decals, OSL painting techniques. Really good looking. And then we have some awesome Incubi. These are tabletop standards, so this is a more affordable paint standard, but as you can see, they still look absolutely fantastic. All right, I'm going to jump in and answer some questions in the chat. Like I said, a little bit shorter of a show, as this is giving Leo a little bit of time to acclimate. Mason859, if you signed up for the LSO with the Express Pass, if you filled out the form, you're good to go. So don't sweat it. We got you. As long as you filled out that form, you're all good. I could talk to Frankie about sending out a confirmation email to everybody, but again, as long as you filled out the form, we got it. You're good to go. Tomodachi, it'd be cool if FLG ran state and national tournaments that led into the WTC. Yeah, I mean, we're friends with the guys at the WTC. We don't work like super closely. I mean, we're really good friends with them, and we help each other out. But that's an idea. Or we could run. We eventually would like to build to the point where we're have state championships. It's just it takes time. Like, we're still doing just regionals right now. Clause D. Yes, you did hear us correctly. Pablo Martinez no longer works at Frontline Gaming, and he is not affiliated with Frontline Gaming either. Thanks, James Carmona. Appreciate it. Appreciate the compliment. Wolf Priest Carl, t-shirts for all the events. For those of us that can't go, yes, we will be selling t-shirts for all the events. Normally, we'd have all the t-shirts ready to go for the events, but because of COVID, we didn't know when or like if, like, you know, everything was up in the air, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, okay, events are back. And you know, Kicker has been working his butt off trying to fill in, you know, learn as he goes, and we have this events coming rapid fire. So the t-shirts will be available for sale in the web cart soon. Probably, I think ACO will be ready this week, I think. And then going forward, as we get caught up, they'll be ready to go when the registration opens for events. But the ACO, the LSO, and the team tournament, we just didn't have the time to get it done. But as we go into the future, we will be ready for that. Lou Rollins, Leo is on point. Yep, Leo's a good dude, and we're happy to have him. Swaggish, have I trained my cats to kill on sight? You know, with cats, you don't have to train them. They do it on their own. We had a cockroach come into my house, and I actually, the first time in my life, I ever felt bad for a cockroach. My Siamese cat is like, she's got the hunter in her, and man, that poor cockroach did not die quickly or pleasantly or cleanly. I'll put it that way. She's a cute little cat, but oh my goodness, she is cold-blooded. Hexfleet recently when mentioned the SNL flute skit and Demon Hunter in the same episode right after I watched Demon Hunter, and there's a scene where the character's going, "What's up with that?" That's great. That's great. Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, SNL skits. Outside of a few with Chris Farley back in the day that just killed me. So funny. Harkins Aquatics, I employ you to do a free blade, or have a way to match up teams in regards to the team tournament. Yeah, we will for sure. We will for sure add the sign-up sheet for the free blades for the team tournament, and then we'll make it clear to all the teams that are short, because a team that comes in, they usually come in with 5, but what inevitably happens is as you get closer to the event, people drop out. Like, life happens, right? So having the free blade list will help for teams to be able to go that lost a team member. It happens all the time. Wolf Priest Carl, I'm glad you like the ambidextrous disco flute player. It's so funny, man. Zach Galifianakis at his best. James, I have been lifting. Thank you. I've been actually running, which I haven't been able to do in years because I've been doing yoga like 5 days a week. Anybody out there who's having joint problems, man, try the yoga. Again, as I've been saying, I've been preaching it. I just do it in my living room on YouTube with, I do yoga with Adrian on, it's super simple. I just got a little yoga mat. My cats jump on me while I'm trying to do all these, you know, poses. It's fun. But the difference it's made for me, I can't even express it. Like, I'm running every day. Still not that far, but I haven't been able to run in years. And now I'm running on a daily basis and minimal discomfort. And I've been lifting, like, and seriously, it's all because the yoga is the thing that's allowed me to do it all again. So if anybody out there is struggling, I would super recommend start doing yoga, and then, you know, I think you'll find your body's able to do things that might be a challenge. It's made a huge difference in my life. Thanks for running these shows. Says Nevermind Jamba, still very informative. Hey, you're welcome. That is the main purpose of Signals is to just get information out there into the community. Tomodachi Express, yeah. I think that'll be the primary purpose of the free blades, is to help teams that lose a teammate still come. Kicker, yeah, we're lucky to have you, man. Happy to have you. I'll work my way up to another fun run. That's like my next fitness goal, is to go do a 5K like fun run. Probably won't be going very fast, but that'll be my next like milestone. I'm up to about 2 miles a day right now running, which I couldn't even run a mile for years. I should go to the Murrieta tournament, says James. I think Frankie is going to that one. But I actually don't have an army right now because Salty John's son has my Deathwing now. And it's the father-son project. They're painting it together. Makes me feel really good. I'm happy to see that. That's such a cool project for it. So I don't actually have a full 9th edition army right now. I could piece one together, but I've been thinking about making a kind of for fun army with Catachans and a knight, like 3 Lehman Russ tank commanders, a knight, a couple of mechanized infantry, and some Bulgaren, just because it'd be like super easy to play, very quick, and you know, maybe I go to a tournament, go 3-2. We'll see. But yeah, I need to. I just haven't been able to make my mind up on a competitive army I really want to play. You know, we'll see. Yeah, or Gorka Marcos. Maybe when the Aura Codex come out, because I have a huge Orc army. Maybe that's what I'll do. So at any rate, thank you everybody for joining us for this show. We hope you enjoyed it. Thanks to Leo for filling in. Hot swap. Had to come in hot and wing it. Everybody, hope you have a great week. And again, if you want to grab Lava 2, FLG Mat, do so by the end of the week. Mark your calendar, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Friday, May 7th, Las Vegas team tournament. Registration opens. You never know, but I have a feeling it's going to go quick. So grab those tickets. We have a very robust refund policy, so you can purchase without any fear of not being able to use a ticket. Our new system lets you transfer your own ticket. You don't even have to call in. So much better. Digital ticket on your phone. You can just check in. Can't wait. We invested into having a much more modern and awesome ticketing system. And the Las Vegas team tournament will be the first time we get to use it. And yes, James, thank you for that. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. May the 4th be with you. Now go out and Revenge of the 5th. Something like that. Have fun. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Have a great week, and we will talk to you next Wednesday.